A win tonight for these programs, yeah, it would mean a ton. It would mean so much dreams coming true for both of these teams. For Louisville, it would be the first national championship for the conference. And also, Danny Busboom-Kelly, if they were to win tonight, would be the first woman to win an NCAA title as a head coach.
Yeah, that's amazing. We've only seen one other woman coach here in a final, and she's trying to knock down that ceiling.
Texas is looking for its third NCAA title. The last came 10 years ago, back in 2012. You want to see some talent on this stage tonight, you're going to absolutely see it. All-Americans, left and right on both sides. Katie mentioned it in the pregame show. The best players, some of the top players in the nation, you're going to see them here.
Yeah, Zoe Fleck is one of the best liberos in the country, and she patrols the backcourt for Texas. Asia O'Neal led the country in hitting percentage, and then we already talked about Claire Tracé. She has been amazing.
It's almost time. Katie is standing by with both head coaches.
Thanks, Courtney. Danny, you've played in this match. You've succeeded. What advice did you give your players tonight?
I told our players to breathe in what they can control, breathe out what they can't, to go for it and soak it all in, have a great time.
Jarrett, earlier this morning at practice, you told your team you're ready for this moment. Why do you believe that?
Well, they've been able to look each other in the eye all year long and been loyal to one another, and they've been competing every day. So we've done all we can, and we're ready to roll.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Tonight in Omaha, we crown a national champion. Holly, you've played on this stage before. What is it like for a player?
It's a dream come true, but sometimes you are thinking so much about what you want for the outcome that you're not present. So that's what I mean when you want to be present every play so you don't let the moment get away from you.
Louisville will serve first. Anna DeBeer stepping back. Molly Phillips taking the first swing for Texas. It was dug up by Raquel Lothero. Claire Tracé into the Texas block. Another chance for Tracé to the back corner.
This is a strong rotation for Louisville with Anna DeBeer on the back line, putting some service pressure, and they're able to score in transition.
Elena Scott will step in to set Aiko Jones. She tips over the block, and it drops. Back-to-back points for Louisville.
Texas doesn't even get a swing out of that one. It was a low pass, but somebody needs to lift that ball so Logan Eggleston can get a swing.
Remember the last time Aiko Jones faced Texas was in 2019. She had 23 kills for the Cardinals for the upset.
She hit 375 too and had 7 digs. It was one of her best matches ever. And the block by Aiko Jones!
The location of the set is off the net and a little bit inside. Logan Eggleston wants it a little inside so she can work down that line, but look at Aiko Jones for Louisville, way over the net.
It's so interesting to hear this story for Louisville, upsetting Texas in 2019 in the regional semifinal. That was the first meeting, or the last meeting, excuse me, between these two teams. I feel like that was a springboard for what Louisville has been able to do now, back-to-back national semifinals, and now their first national championship match appearance.
They just keep getting better and more confident every year, and they believe that they can win this match.
And you were glad to see it wasn't just a one-off, that they were playing with house money that season. They continue to progress and have remained consistent in the national landscape.
Logan Eggleston will use the Louisville block.
Finally, Texas able to put that ball away inside the block. Good swing by Logan Eggleston.
It was uncharacteristic, the performance that we saw in that first set against Logan Eggleston against San Diego back on Thursday. She was held for that match to 196. That's her lowest hitting percentage in their last 10 matches. Blocked by Texas, but you heard Katie talk about it. Logan was able to pull herself out of that tough first set.
Well, I think it helps when you have teammates who step up, and you saw a lot of different players. There you see Asia O'Neal put up a huge block defensively. The middle blockers for Texas need to slow down Louisville in the middle.
Yeah, depth has been such a big story for this Texas team, bringing in 11 new players. Zoe Fleck is one of them, and she just dropped a serve right in the corner.
Incredible. That's her 10th ace of the NCAA tournament. She goes line to line, and Texas has been really liking this line-to-line serve, doing it against a lot of the opponents in the tournament.
They felt like serving zone 5 would be to their benefit.
Well, they want the outside hitters, the two left-siders, Claire Chaussee and Anna DeBeer for Louisville, to have to carry a big load, have to pass and serve, receive, and then work for their approach. Make it hard for them to put the ball away.
Hey, speaking of good serves, Elena Scott, she was incredible on Thursday. Tied her career high with 5 service aces, and oh yeah, had 28 dicks. That one goes off of the elbow of Raquel Latharo and out of bounds.
The power jam by Logan Eggleston on that left pin, attacking that right back defender.
Kayla Akana stepping back for Texas, one of those 6 transfers that Texas added to its roster this year coming from Nebraska. Latharo to Chaussee. Off hands, Claire Chaussee.
Claire Chaussee has just grown her toolbox. She has the range to hit the sharp angle, goes off the hands, nice and flat, can turn it down the line as well.
When she got to Louisville, she was touching 10 feet. She now touches 10-6 to 10-8 on a good day. She's got so much spring.
Dug up by Anna DeBeer, the bump set from Scott to Chaussee. Sage Kahaina Torres going on the slide to Asia O'Neal. That could be really key for Texas.
Yeah, Asia O'Neal hasn't been a huge threat for Texas offensively, but she's been putting up great defensive numbers. It's about time she have a big offensive match for the Longhorns.
And if you want to talk about matchups or liabilities, Texas clearly believes Claire Chaussee is one of the weaker blockers for this Louisville team. Newsflash, Louisville is aware of it. Everybody has gone after her this season.
And Louisville is still 3rd in the nation in blocks per set as a team.
Texas wants to go after the pins. They want to go after Anna DeBeer, Raquel Latharo, and Claire Chaussee. They feel like they can have success against all 3 of those pin blockers.
Chaussee goes at Fleck. It's tight. Sage going over on 2.
I'm always surprised that the front row for Louisville misses the blocking assignment, right? You have to say the setter's front row before the serve happens, and that's an easy point. No block in front of Sage.
And Amaya Tillman was right there. She's one of the best blockers in the nation. She's 11th in the nation in blocks per set, 1st in the ACC. Another chop serve for Texas.
Asia O'Neal has improved her game on both sides of the ball. Her serve, look how flat in the movement on that ball. We call that a clean serve, flat and clean. From Karch Karai, of course.
Now, Jarrett Elliott told us their serve was going to be really tough. They want to try to get Louisville out of system, get their setter on the move, talking about Raquel Latharo. Doesn't have to move much for that. Sends it out to Anna DeBeer. It was touch for the kill.
Texas feels like if Raquel Latharo is on the run, that her set isn't as well located. Here, pretty nice set to Anna DeBeer, who gets a piece of the block, goes deep corner.
Sage going back row to Logan Eggleston. It dribbles off the tape.
Louisville knows Texas is very effective out of the back row. In fact, they've been looking at numbers. Texas, in the last group of matches, has hit 340 out of the back row. Those are blistering numbers from the front row, let alone the back row.
Yeah, we've seen both of these teams use that back row attack. Texas maybe not in the maybe semifinal, but definitely for Louisville. Lothero going backside to LeBron Kong. They call her PK. Kong with the kill.
That time, Texas had a nice deflection, but it looked like the players lost the location of the ball and couldn't do anything with it.
PK and Kara Cressy battled and battled and battled throughout the season for that M2 position. Danny Busman-Kelly said we finally just had to go with one. They went with PK. She provides a little bit more of an offensive option, certainly a natural blocker, as you guys see, but that slide that you see there is part of the reason why she's on the floor.
And Katie, don't forget her career high 11 blocks in the semifinal.
How could you forget it? That fifth set was bonkers. I did not believe what we were witnessing on Thursday night between Louisville and Pittsburgh.
I think she had an out-of-body experience.
She certainly did.
She had 12 blocks in the previous 3 matches before 11 on Thursday. Eggleston tested with the pass. Sage going backside to Maddie Skinner, lays it in.
I love that Sage Kahaina-Torres goes back to Maddie Skinner after she hits one out of bounds. That just shows your hitter you've got confidence. You're going to give her another chance to put that ball away.
Maddie Skinner, something about this gym, she likes it. She won a national championship in this gym 2 years ago, playing for Kentucky, actually beating Texas in that national championship match. Fleck on the fly. Logan Eggleston in! No nerves for Eggleston tonight.
Fantastic transition defense. It starts with Zoe Fleck sliding under this ball, lifting it, giving her setter an opportunity to push this ball out to the pin, and Logan Eggleston able to score.
That's what we call a dolphin dive. Fleck is one of the best.
And she says she really likes her dolphin dive too. She thinks it looks cool. She's going to step in and secondary set with the bump, Logan Eggleston. Net violation on Louisville.
Louisville trying to slow down the Texas offense. Too aggressive at the net.
And we had talked to Louisville too. They're going to read block a little bit more in this match than they had to against Pitt. So what does that look like? What's the adjustment that they have to make?
Well, first of all, Danny Busman-Kelly, the head coach for Louisville, said, look, let's read the setter. And here's a couple things she does when she's going back or when she's going outside. So they have some clues reading the Texas setter that will help them read where the ball is going.
You know, Dan Meskey, the associate head coach for Louisville, he likened read blocking to defending a football team with 3 incredible wide receivers. He said you got to cover all 3. You can't just double a guy because it leaves someone else open. You have to watch the quarterback's eyes as well. So read blocking, you got to watch the setter because Texas clearly has power, and it starts with Logan Eggleston.
Do you mean like that? Logan Eggleston.
Dan Meskey said, first block what you see, then block what you know, but this is tough to stop. Good seam set to Logan Eggleston, only one blocker in front of her.
Lothero on the move, sending it back to the right pin, and Aiko Jones.
Aiko Jones has the physicality on the right side for Louisville to hit with a lot of range, and she's gained those tools, worked on her ball control, really improved her overall game, playing with so much more confidence.
It was so great to talk to her yesterday. She said when she arrived at Louisville, she had limited club training. She couldn't hit cross court, she couldn't hit high line when she arrived. She redshirted, and thank goodness for the Louisville coaching staff, she said.
Yeah, she grew up playing outside. I mean, she was very limited in the coaching that she got, but she's quite an athlete and has progressed really well for Louisville.
Texas up 3 here in the opening set. We played at 25. These two teams battling for a national championship. Chaussee with the pass. Lothero will give it back to her. Claire Chaussee, kill number 3.
Claire Chaussee has been going deep cross court to that corner. There's no defensive player. Really nice court vision to see what's available. 2 big blockers in front of her, going away from Emma Halter, that middle back defender.
And no attacking errors for Claire Chaussee or Aiko Jones, 2 of the pin hitters for Louisville. That serve will go wide, and Texas is the first to 15 points. Texas and Louisville. One of these teams is going to be a national champion by the end of the night. Dani Busboom-Kelly is trying to become the first woman to win an NCAA championship as a head coach, and she's doing it in a city that she has a lot of great history in. It was here back in 2006 playing for Nebraska that she won a national title, and then came back again in 2015 as a Nebraska assistant in Omaha. They actually beat Texas in a sweep to win a national title as an assistant coach, and now trying to make history. And there's some Nebraska fans in the stands that maybe are rooting for this Louisville team.
Yeah, do not get confused by all of the red. That is a lot of Nebraska fans supporting their very own. They love Dani Busboom-Kelly for what she provided in her time in Nebraska and would love to see her get it done at Louisville.
I love what she said about it, though. She said, look, it would be great to win, to be the first woman, but maybe we can just do it and then we don't have to talk about it. It won't be this thing. It'll just be a norm.
Yeah, Mary Wise was the first one to take her team, Florida, to a championship. She would like to get rid of the conversation, so it's over.
You guys, I listened into Louisville's huddle just now, and Dani told her players, look, we're siding out great. We got to start defending. We're flying all over the place on the blocks. Our hands are undisciplined. She said, it's going to take discipline to win this. Discipline eye work, discipline footwork, discipline hands on the block.
And you have to be disciplined because you're facing a Texas team who's first in the nation in hitting percentage. They hit .335 on the season. All but 5 matches this year, they've hit over 300.
Yeah, this is a very strong offensive team, and what Dani Busboom-Kelly said, she said, look, the biggest challenge is they've got weapons in every position and that back row attack.
Yeah, Louisville's defense is their strength, 6th in the nation in opponent hitting percentage. Texas's offense, its strength. Here comes Claire Chaussee, already 4 kills to leave the Cardinals, a first-team All-American. Down the line at Kayla Akana, sends Sage on the move, the setup for Skinner, down the line, off the block.
Sage Kahaina-Torres locates this ball really well for Maddie Skinner. It's pretty quick and flat, gives her time to go over the top of the block.
Asia O'Neal already has an ace tonight. That one just long.
Both you and I noticed the hitting percentages so far. Louisville hitting .500, Texas hitting .611. Those are really high offensive numbers to start the match.
It's really different than the start we saw for Texas on Thursday against San Diego. Coming out and hitting under 100, specifically Logan Eggleston in that first set against San Diego had 4 kills but 4 errors. She hit 0. Meanwhile, tonight she started hitting .556. Sage to Skinner. Off the block of Lothero by herself. She'll set Chaussee out of the back row.
Both you and I were impressed with the back row attack of Louisville on Thursday night. Look at this option. Claire Chaussee looks like Louisville's in trouble, but a little cross-body to that right back position scores for Louisville.
What does that do to a block?
It stresses them out because she is a weapon out of the back row.
There she goes again, this time with a roll shot. Fleck fighting for it, but a couple of kills out of the back row for Claire Chaussee.
And what a heady play by Chaussee. You go with power a swing ago, and now you make the dig. You get ready in transition, and look, a little do-si-do. A nice finesse shot just over those fingertips.
6 kills already for Chaussee. Slide with Kayla Caffey. That was sharp, right down the line.
The set was perfect from SKT, the setter for Texas. And Kayla Caffey can get up. She's only 6 feet, but the arm speed to attack down that line outside the block of Louisville.
Caffey started her career at Missouri, then transferred to Nebraska, and now a Texas Longhorn. Her swing ends a 3-0 run by Louisville. Service long from Sage Kahaina-Torres.
You see Texas going at the left side attackers in serve receive. Claire Chaussee, Anna DeBeer, but missing those balls long.
That's the 4th service error from Texas. If you're Louisville and Raquel Lothero going back to serve, you got to capitalize on the unforced errors.
Skinner will take this out of system swing, dug out by Chaussee. Lothero to DeBeer. Blocked by Texas, Maddie Skinner.
I'll tell you, I really like that dig by Louisville and the way they got a good swing out of it, but Texas' block was huge, way over the net, well formed. Kayla Cathey gets out to Maddie Skinner. Look at the forehands, big press over the net for Texas.
Service error. 3 straight service errors for Texas. You know, going back to Texas's block, we saw the great press there. It's something that has developed later on in the season. Usually Texas is a really good blocking team. Because of all the new pieces, they had to do a very hardcore focus on offense early in the season.
Yeah, they wanted to establish their offense and the way they like to contact that first ball and run their offense before they focused on defense, and that's why it's been a late peg in developing.
Eggleston has 7 kills.
A much better start than Thursday. Look at Eggleston go down that line. Texas on purpose sets the ball about 3 feet inside the antenna because both of their left side pins can attack with range down that line.
Combination play, Claire Chaussee. Logan Eggleston with the swing, DeBeer saves it. They'll go right side, Aiko Jones. Emma Halter, the bump set to Eggleston, it's tight. Beautiful set by Elena Scott. Jones again. Halter with an arm out. Free ball back to Louisville. Lothero going Chaussee. Block!
I am loving the defense on both sides of the net. Watch this one arm stab by freshman Emma Halter for Texas. And then, again, another one by Zoe Fleck to stay in that rally. Watch the end of this rally. Asia O'Neal, big right hand to close up that seam for the Texas block.
Jarrett Elliott told us you need at least 3 premier passers, a libero and a couple of DSs if you want to win a national championship. Emma Halter clearly showing that she's capable of the challenge.
Yeah, Jarrett Elliott said, hey, if you want to win a championship, you need 3 littles, and he's got them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Emma Halter coming in just a freshman. You combine her with Zoe Fleck and Kayla Akana, 2 very experienced players. Zoe Fleck, the Big 12 Libero of the Year. She is already a 2-time Pac-12 Libero of the Year. What an addition.
And when we talked to Jarrett Elliott, he said, you know what, Emma Halter's a freshman, and on the big stage, she passed almost a 3.0 on Thursday.
Yeah, it is not just about the big attackers, the players that get the big swings in the front row. Really for both sides. On Thursday, we saw just a highlight reel for these Liberos talking about Zoe Fleck and also Elena Scott for Louisville.
Elena Scott put on a show. She was a setter in high school, so we get to see her hands in transition, but 5 aces in that semifinal match. Zoe Fleck, always fun to watch. She is a human highlight reel, serving top and keeping the Texas Longhorns in system.
And these 2, the unsung heroes of these 2 teams because they work so hard.
Yeah, I mean, they are on the floor all the time, keeping the ball alive, hitter coverage, connecting with the rest of their teammates.
Both have dynamite serves, too. Here's Fleck. Texas trying to be the first to 25. Louisville not going anywhere yet. Aiko Jones.
15 in red, Aiko Jones. She elevates. Raquel Lothero really good at pushing that ball behind her. Aiko Jones goes high seam.
4th kill for Aiko tonight. No attacking errors. Here's Elena Scott. Goes at Halter. Sage has to hustle. Eggleston gonna push it to the back corner.
How about the hustle by Sage Kahaina Torres? Really tough serve by Elena Scott. Little shank to the left side of the court, but an apex on that ball allows Logan Eggleston to attack it.
Just threading the needle. What precision from Logan Eggleston. Out of system situation, betters the ball. That's why she's the National Player of the Year.
Yeah, Logan Eggleston already with 8 kills, and she is hitting .538. What a different start than we saw on Thursday.
An unbelievable start, using the block as she sees movement up front. She's getting it done from the backcourt as well. And what's so interesting about this set, sometimes it's inside a couple of feet, like Holly mentioned. Sometimes it's all the way out to the pin, and yet she just does such a phenomenal job tracking the ball, and it really messes with that right side blocker on Louisville's side.
Yeah, when we talked to Coach Jared Elliott, he said, look, we like her coming inside because she can hit with such range in the angle, but it really opens up her line and neutralizes the block.
Yeah, and we saw a lot too in Louisville's practices the last 2 days. They actually took tape to the net and put a blue X up on the net to try to move that block a little bit in because they knew that the set was going to be a little bit inside.
Yeah, Dan Mesky, the ABCA assistant coach of the year for Louisville, had a blocking scheme, lots of focus on what they wanted to do and position-wise how to slow down Texas.
I want to let you know on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC, you can catch some women's college basketball. It'll be #2 Stanford hosting Tennessee. Stanford only one loss on the season, and that's to the #1 team in the nation, South Carolina. You can see the Lady Vols and the Cardinal on ABC Sunday at 3 Eastern, also on the ESPN app. Texas 3 points away for taking the opening set. Akana continues to serve. DeBeer gets it up. Lotherow out to Chaussee. To the back row.
Claire Chaussee with her 7th kill for Louisville. We've seen her go to that deep corner, but that time she saw an opening down the line. Incredible court vision and range offensively.
Now what a start for our 2 stars in this match. Chaussee with 7 kills, Eggleston with 8. Sage out to Eggleston off speed, sent right back at Fleck. Take 2 for Logan.
Logan Eggleston very comfortable attacking down that line at that right back defender. Aiko Jones is playing defense right here. She's got to put her helmet on because Logan Eggleston is coming with the pace.
And now she'll step back to serve, the Big 12 career leader in aces. Down the line, Chaussee with the tip. DeBeer out of the back row. Net violation on Texas.
Just a really nice job by Anna DeBeer, calling out, communicating to Amaya Tillman, who's backpedaling there and has to bump set it. Just really nice communication there by the Cards.
Asia O'Neill's looking at her coach saying, I did not touch the net.
Jared Elliott is up. This is a play that they could challenge. You only get 2 challenges per match, though, unless we go to a 5th set.
Watch Asia O'Neill in the middle of the court.
Oh, yeah, her left hand.
Yeah.
Jared Elliott will not challenge this. He will keep his 2 challenges.
Louisville has to be disciplined knowing that the Texas setter right now is in the front row.
Just long for Louisville on the serve. It's set point Texas.
Boy, that was close.
Texas is going to bring in a blocking sub. Number 44, Devin Kahahawai, is going to check in for Texas.
And that means Kaylee Akana will be the setter if Texas is able to dig this ball.
Asia O'Neil with the serve. Scott underneath it. Lotherow to Amaya Tillman on the slide. 2nd set point, Texas.
Amaya Tillman very comfortable going off 1 foot. Look at her attack through that seam. Nice power. She's strong defensively, but much better on that slide attack right there.
And Pitt did a nice job of slowing her down on the slide on Thursday in the semifinal. Fleck takes it. Sage going back row with Eggleston. It ricochets off of Louisville. Set 1 to the Longhorns.
Both teams hit for extremely high numbers. Louisville 400, 517 in the first set for Texas.
Logan Eggleston with 10 kills to help Texas take the opening set in the national championship match. Set 2 on the way from Omaha. National championship here in Omaha. Texas takes the first set 25-22. Texas added 11 new players this season. 6 of them were transfers, so in the offseason, they took extra time to get to know each other and team build. One of those things was going down to the Texas National Championship rowing program, getting in a boat and trying to figure things out.
And it wasn't easy. They also had to read a chapter from Row the Boat by John Gordon, and they learned about working together. They said the best they could do is 8 strokes together. Logan Eggleston said she was really bad at it.
Yeah, and Logan Eggleston is good at a lot of things.
Exactly.
Surprised they fit in that
right
boat,
But
right?
I think getting outside your comfort zone is so good for growth.
It certainly paid off. The culture of this Texas program much different this year with these new players, with this new attitude. It's gotten them here to this national championship match. If you missed the first set, my goodness. Both of these teams came out high offense. Claire Chaussee with 7 kills. Logan Eggleston already has 10 kills.
Incredible.
Zoe Fleck starting the serve. Anna DeBeer. Back to DeBeer off the Texas block. Sage Kahana-Torres. Molly Phillips with the kill.
You know, Louisville staff told the players in between sets, it's like we just faced Julia Bergman from Georgia Tech. Logan Eggleston had 10 kills. It's just like we're playing Georgia Tech in a way. We're waiting for too much information. You got to be aggressive and go to the ball. Use your instincts. They said, we played 0 defense and had a chance to win that thing.
It can be so helpful when you're facing an unfamiliar opponent to relate them to someone that you faced during the regular season, as you see Eggleston with the block.
The eye work by Logan Eggleston, watching her hitter, being disciplined with those hands over the net. Really nice solo block by Logan Eggleston.
The National Player of the Year, the very first National Player of the Year at Texas, if you can believe it. And the ace!
Zoe Fleck again going to that area 5, which is down that line deep. Comes up high on Anna DeBeer and gets away from her.
Texas has 7 points off of 10 serves by Zoe Fleck. Back at DeBeer. Lothero's gonna push. Pagron Kung. DeBeer. There it is for Anna DeBeer. What a journey she's been on. Missed 12 matches in this season with a knee injury. They worked her back slowly. I think that's really benefited her to not rush back.
And it's helped the whole Louisville team. They were able to figure out ways to win without her, so now they're better with her.
You see the value of her, though. We saw it in that regional final against Oregon because she absolutely took over that match.
She was telling Raquel Lothero, set me the ball late in that 4th set and, of course, in the 5th, and she was the momentum and game changer that they needed.
Through the block, Eggleston has 11 kills now.
Louisville a little bit late on their press, and Texas makes them pay. Eggleston has started this match so aggressive. It's a fantastic sign if you're a Texas fan.
Texas hitting 667 in this set. I know it's early on. Louisville, though, hitting 0 here in set 2. Maybe a break for the Cards and a chance to regroup here on the service error by Texas.
Kayla Akana trying to go that area 5 down the line as well.
Elena Scott to Akana. Sage to Asia O'Neal. Look at the smile on her face.
When we talked to Dan Meske, the assistant coach for Louisville, he calls that play the Texas Jam, throwing it down in the middle. And I said, well, whose ball is that? Is that the wing dingers? He said, guess what? It is whoever can get under that ball. All hands on deck.
And Asia O'Neal is really good at it. There's a reason she's first in the nation in hitting percentage. Service error number 7 for Texas.
Both teams working hard to win that serve and pass game, and that starts with being aggressive from the service line.
3 aces by the Longhorns. Aiko Jones steps back, and she leads Louisville in aces this season. Sage to Maddie Skinner, turning it, looking for the touch. Yes!
That's that inside set that Texas likes to use. Maddie Skinner chopping it down the line, getting a little piece of the block. You see how far inside she is from the antenna, but that gives her space to work down that line.
Texas has already shown early in this match how good they can be down the line with those 2 left side attackers. Eggleston has used it multiple times, and Skinner. Amaya Tillman off of 1 foot.
That time, Maddie Skinner, the blocker on the left side for Texas, late on her press. She was in a good spot, but Tillman too quick on her swing.
Louisville's at their best when they go to the middles. They establish them early and often. A great slide there by Amaya Tillman. Raquel Lothero's got to continue to keep them involved so that this block has something to think about.
And that's why Jarrett Elliott was talking to us about keeping their setter on the run so it wasn't as easy to get the ball to the middle.
Yeah, anytime a setter's on the run, the offense becomes predictable. Maybe the location of her set isn't as accurate either.
Elena Scott to Lothero. Here's DeBeer. Anna DeBeer towing the block, kill number 4.
And that pass a little bit off the net, but I think Raquel Lothero locates that ball really well. Look at her work to get her feet there and push that ball out with pace. Anna DeBeer knows what to do with it off the outside hand of Molly Phillips.
Danny Busboom-Kelly told us the 2 biggest questions coming into the season was how was Raquel gonna fit in? She arrived late in July, and also the middles, and Raquel Lothero has been such a huge pickup because that was a question mark. Who was gonna replace Tori Dilfer?
Well, transfers are the name of the game, right? And I just think it's a testament to Raquel Lothero. She got there in late July, as you mentioned. To be able to build that rapport and chemistry with her hitters in 5 months' time is unbelievable.
Skinner on the swing and the kill.
Maddie Skinner swinging from left side and right side. When she played for Kentucky, she was actually that right side player, but now left side for Texas.
Yeah, talking to her, I feel like she likes being able to train that left side consistently. They've really worked on her all-around game, too.
Well, that's her goal, to be a 6th rotation player. And we saw her for a part of the season playing 6 rotations in serve receive, hitting out at the back row, and I think she was fantastic.
And her serve has been big, too. That's service ace number 4 for Texas.
Watch how flat this serve is. Just gets right down into that corner for the ace.
Was tight over on Texas's side, and Lothero, you're going to see the center a lot of times win that.
She is fire. I love her energy, but she just battles at the net, winning the battle on the tight ball with middle blocker Kayla Caffey of Texas. Setters are really good at this because it happens a lot. That tight pass, you have to turn and defend that ball.
There's her family, her mom Marta, her sister Mar on the left. They have come all the way from Spain to watch Raquel Lothero play in the national championship match. Dug up by Scott. Lothero calls on Chasse out of the back. Texas's block, got it! Louisville had a lot of success on that back row attack.
They have, and Texas got 6 hands in front of it on that one. Good defensive block at the net on the back row attack.
Aiko Jones in the middle. Eggleston on the swing. Aiko will take it. Lothero lays out, and it hits the antenna. Point Texas.
Louisville working hard defensively to stay in that rally. Just can't control that last tip.
And Danny Busboom-Kelly wants to take a timeout here. Texas up 11-6 in set number 2 in the national championship.
We knew serving would be an important part of this match. Zoe Fleck with an ace down the line. Texas actually has 4. You see Maddie Skinner go cross court. But here are the service areas that you can attack. One is that right back location where they've had success, as well as area 5. And then the 2, 3, and 4 is that short serve. But Texas going after 1 and 5, and that's where they've had success against Louisville.
Chaussee will take this. Lothero to DeBeer. Anna DeBeer, look, she can flip a switch and take over.
She certainly can. There is some space to work around the Texas block. Texas block needs to be disciplined against a hitter like Anna DeBeer.
15 kills on Thursday in the semifinal against Pitt, but she also tied her career high with 5 service aces. Four errors for Louisville, 7 service errors for Texas.
Kaylee Akana came to Texas in 2017 for a camp when she was in high school. And ever since then, on her vision board was Texas winning a national championship.
A great opportunity in front of her. Chaussee just hanging in the air. She'll get a second swing. Sage to Eggleston, tipped back by Jones. Akana's gonna set up Logan Eggleston.
Logan Eggleston working the outside hand. Aiko Jones and PK are a dominant block. Look how big that block is. But Logan Eggleston working that outside hand for success.
She never hits the same shot twice. She learns as she plays.
Aiko Jones has to run in for it. Halter bump set to Eggleston. What a back set by Elena Scott to Chaussee, but it sails. Going back to Logan Eggleston, we asked her after the Thursday match, did you ask Sage to adjust the set? And she said absolutely.
Yeah, and she knows enough that she wasn't playing how she wanted to play, so she made an adjustment, brought it inside, and went to her bread and butter, which is down that line.
We'll see how good it can be in this match. She already had 10 kills in the first set alone. She's got 2 here in set number 2. Throw it down, Logan.
When we watched Texas serve and pass today, they said, look, we're going to serve tough. We're going to get overpass opportunities, and you see one right there.
And Louisville's going to take a timeout. It is a 4-0 run by the Longhorns in set 2.
It was a really cool moment. All I heard was one of my teammates just like yelling and screaming and cheering, and so I felt a lot of love. It's honestly a team award. I think I obviously couldn't be successful without all the things that my teammates have done throughout the year to help me be successful. So it just felt really great to be on stage for Texas volleyball and just showing off what we've been able to do this year.
Logan Eggleston, the National Player of the Year, the first in Texas to win that award, if you can believe that. And you heard her talk about her team. She told us before the semifinals, I came to Texas worrying about my game, but now I'm focused on my teammates.
And I think it makes her a better teammate, right? That she's selfless, and all these players, this is the best culture Texas has ever had, according to head coach Jared Elliott, and you can see in the way they play.
Chaussee saved by Halter. Jones sends it back. Sage going to O'Neal on the slide. Lothero pushing it to Claire Chaussee for her 8th kill.
Speaking of that culture, Courtney, I thought it was interesting. Maddie Skinner ultimately didn't want to come to Texas initially. She said, I thought that there was a culture problem and I had to do my due diligence, and she had conversations with Logan Eggleston, frank conversations, and Eggleston said, hey, if you come here, you can help me change the culture and we can make it something special. We can make it where people aren't worried about individuals and they're just focused on the team, and you're seeing that all season long.
And I love that. You can feel it from all the players, the coaching staff. Nobody wants the season to end because there's been no drama, and that's hard to do on a volleyball team.
The ace for Elena Scott.
Elena Scott leads the NCAA tournament in aces.
Eggleston in the cross court. No, it's a point for Louisville.
Logan Eggleston has a huge block in front of her. Tillman and Aiko Jones. That time she tries to go inside.
Elena Scott with 14 aces. Logan Eggleston 2 behind her at 12. This is in the tournament. Most in a single tournament by Scott since 2014. Halter really had to work to save that. No! Aiko Jones says no!
Welcome to my block party, am I right? Aiko Jones getting up and extending for an incredible block, and I was just in the huddle. Look at that extension over, going one-on-one, mano-a-mano against Logan Eggleston. Danny Busboom Kelly said in the last timeout, we are at our best when we are having fun. Before this run, she said, no one's making eye contact, we don't have energy, it looks like nobody wants the ball. A great reminder for the Louisville Cardinals that they've gone on a great run here.
And that's true. We've been hearing it all week. It's like, let's keep it light, let's smile, let's enjoy the moment. That's when we play our best volleyball.
Yeah, it's exactly what Anna DeBeer said that they did after the 4th set against Pitt on Thursday. They looked at each other and said, let's play loose, let's play goofy and fun. Came out and won the 5th set 15-2.
Yeah, it's important to be in the moment, be present, have a good time.
Well, on Sunday, you can catch a doubleheader from the Basketball Hall of Fame Women's Showcase on ESPN. First game up, 1 p.m. Eastern, Florida State versus number 9 UConn. And then at 3 p.m. Eastern, it'll be number 14 Iowa State, Ashley Jones, taking on number 25 Villanova. Again, that's at 1 and 3 on ESPN and the ESPN app tomorrow. Texas won the first set here in the national championship match, 25-22. They had 10 kills from Logan Eggleston. Up here 15-11, but Louisville on a 4-0 run right now.
And that's all they need, right? A little bit of momentum and they can make things happen. We saw them against Pitt let them score big runs and give up big runs. So they need to figure out how to score big runs, and Elena Scott on the back line is a strong rotation for Louisville.
What a luxury to have Elena Scott. She was a setter in high school, so she has beautiful hands. Such a scrappy libero. You combine that with a killer serve, the whole package. Goes after Akana. Sage on the slide to O'Neal. Lothero to Chasse. Logan tipped it. It was tipped back by Jones. Anna DeBeer out of the back row, dug up by Akana. Halter steps in to bump set Eggleston. We play on. Until Logan Eggleston says so.
The back row defense has been spectacular, as has the net play of Aiko Jones, but this is the Texas Jam. A little bit deeper into the court than usual. But Dan Meske, the assistant for Louisville, said this is going to come. Let's be ready for it. He thinks it happens about every 4 swings.
Wow.
Especially when they see a big block in front of them.
Both teams get a second to breathe here after a long rally. Chasse. Maddie Skinner with the tip, Lothero with the dig. Claire Chasse takes it again. Chasse is long.
Claire Chasse staying aggressive in transition. She didn't have any great opportunities, but she did not let up. She was going for it.
That's the kind of mentality, the kind of attitude Claire Chasse has had all season. She was thrown into that 6 rotation role when Anna DeBeer was out. Guess what? She was ready. That's why she's a first-team All-American this season. Aiko Jones with the readjustment, going sharp angle right at the setter. Skinner. They say it touched the block and let them play on. Scott set a little too far outside.
Louisville getting some good defensive touches, but not getting well-located swings in transition, and that's why they're not able to score.
9th service error by Texas.
Slide by O'Neal. They call her the slide queen.
And she shows you why. She is so dynamic. Gets up, quick swing through that seam for the Texas kill. Zoe Fleck delivers a perfect pass. I don't know why Louisville is serving Zoe Fleck, but Asia O'Neal knows how to score on that slide ball.
Alexa Hendricks handles it for Louisville. Chase. Oh, the dig kill by O'Neal!
Doesn't matter if she's up on 1 foot, swinging away on the slide, or she's just bodying Claire Chase's ball. The result in a kill with the overpass.
And she's worked really hard on being balanced defensively, being in a good spot, and being comfortable to make that play. She's come a long way in that area.
You know, she has a goal. Her dad, Jermaine, was a 6-time NBA All-Star. Never won a championship.
She'd love to get a ring for him.
Sage to Skinner. Net violation on Louisville on Lothero.
The offense of Texas puts so much pressure on you. They've got so many weapons. Even though the setters front row, they've got 2 lethal attackers, and then Logan Eggleston coming out of the back row.
And Louisville's going to make a sub here. They'll bring in Ellie Glock, number 5 in red for Louisville, to replace Lothero. She's played in 9 sets this season for the Cards. Stepped up when Raquel Lothero went down with an ankle injury earlier in the season. Block setting Tillman. Skinner was the block. Chasse inside the court through the block of Texas.
And Courtney, we saw Danny Busboom-Kelly make this same sub in the regional final against Oregon. They went with Glock just to give Raquel Lothero a second to breathe on the sideline and regroup.
So it works out and Louisville is able to get a point.
Louisville trying to mix things up, inserting some new players into the lineup.
Yeah, number 3, Nena Mbanu, is in the front row now for Louisville. And it's an ace for the Cards!
Aiden Bartlett, known for a tough serve. She comes in and brings a spark from the service line.
Yeah, in the regional final against Oregon, she served them on a 6-0 run in the 5th set. Pass is tight. Gets tangled up in Tillman's hands.
How about Sage Kahaina-Torres, knowing that pass was going over, ready to make a defensive play at the net.
Texas needing 3 points to take set 2. Block with the bump set. Molly Phillips.
Texas is winning the serve and pass game. They're serving tough enough to get Louisville off the net, and then Louisville's not getting a good enough swing to put the ball away.
Glock going back row with Chasse. No touch, set point Texas. Mbanu attacking error, and Texas in set 2 on a 4-0 run. The Longhorns have a 2-set lead in the national championship.
Texas is playing extremely well offensively. They're winning that pass game. Zoe Fleck, you can't, if you're Louisville, you can't keep the ball on Zoe Fleck. She passes the ball too well.
She's the Big 12 Libero of the Year for a reason. Texas is hitting .433 in this match. Jarrett Elliott is with Katie.
Thanks, Courtney. Jarrett, there's a lot to like. What impressed you most about those first 2 sets?
Well, we've been really consistent from the side-out game, and we've been scoring points in transition. I mean, Logan's been really good so far in our transition swing, so putting a lot of pressure on him. If we can clean up a few more service errors, it'll be a lot better for us.
You're 1 set away. What will you tell your team in this next huddle?
We got to stay locked in right now. I mean, this is a concentration game. We've been winning the long rallies. We've been playing cleaner than them, and it's about our concentration level.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Texas can feel it. They are 1 set win away from a national championship, but you can bet that the Louisville Cardinals aren't going anywhere. Set number 3 from Omaha, moments away. The national championship here in Omaha, Nebraska, and Texas is in the driver's seat right now. They won the first 2 sets after taking set 2 25-14. Let's take a look at the Capital One Cup standings as teams compete for a combined $500,000 in student-athlete scholarships from Capital One. Right now on the men's side, Cal in that first place, and on the women's side, North Carolina. We'll keep an eye on this one for you. What an incredible first 2 sets. Courtney Lyle, Holly McPeak, Katie George also with us for this national championship. Wow, do you think Texas wants this?
Yes, it sounds cliche. We always talk about the serve and pass game, but they're dominating in that area. And if you're Louisville, you cannot serve the ball at Zoe Fleck. You have to go at somebody else.
Yeah, we saw Logan Eggleston with 10 kills for Texas in the first set, but Asia O'Neal, I thought she really got more involved in set number 2.
We haven't been calling her name offensively a lot, mostly defense, but she was on fire. 5 kills on 9 swings, 2 blocks, 1 dig, and 1 ace. That's a nice stat sheet for Asia O'Neal so far.
Yeah, she had 3 of those kills in the second set where she hit 500. Saw her block step up to 2 blocks for Asia O'Neal. We mentioned she wants to win that championship for her dad, who played in the NBA but doesn't have a ring. Meanwhile, Louisville, it's time to regroup, and Danny Busboom-Kelly is with Katie.
Thanks, Courtney. Danny, what do you need to see from your team to get back in this thing?
A defensive effort. You know, we have 19 digs and 2 blocks, and that's just not us. So really disappointing. Easy tips are falling, and feels like we're just letting their physicality get to us.
Thanks for the time.
And Louisville is such a strong defensive team coming into this one.
But it's tough to stop the best offensive team in the country. The only way to do it is to serve and get them out of system.
And as you mentioned, they should probably serve away from Zoe Fleck.
I would agree.
Texas hitting .433. This Texas team has hit 300 in all but 5 games this season. One of those was the semifinals on Thursday, but not tonight. Before the break, Jarrett Elliott told Katie, we have to stay locked in. We have seen Texas lose focus a couple of times in this tournament.
We have. We've seen them blow teams out in 2 sets and then relax. And they cannot do that against a team like Louisville. You let them back into the match and momentum changes jerseys.
If Louisville's going to lean on anybody, I can bet it's going to be Anna DeBeer. She gets fired up. She has taken this team on her back before, and she's going to start off serving for set number 3. Louisville must win this set to extend the match. Molly Phillips, dug up by Lotherow. Texas back to its original lineup. We saw that, Louisville back to its original lineup. We saw them make some changes at the end of set 2.
Molly Phillips slicing and dicing. She likes that hard angle hit, which draws the block inside, and then she crushes it down the line.
She arrived to Texas as a middle blocker, then moved to the opposite position she's playing in now, her sophomore season. Whatever she needed to do for the team, she was willing. Aiko Jones, long, no touch, and she can't believe it.
Louisville team looking at their coach saying, look, there was a touch there.
Danny Busboom-Kelly will challenge this. The original call was no touch. Each team gets 2 challenges. If you're correct in your challenge, you get to keep it. Was there a touch on this ball?
I thought it got Fleck a little bit. Let's look up at the net first. Not quite sure.
I don't see a touch at the block. Did you see a touch by Fleck?
I didn't, but I thought there might have been. She did a little matrix move to avoid it.
Do you think she knows what the matrix is?
I hope so.
Old enough. It has to be obvious for them to overturn this. Again, the original call was no touch.
I like the end zone view. It goes outside Logan Eggleston. I thought it got a little piece of Zoe Fleck's hand. Not positive, though.
We're still looking at this at the monitor. First challenge that we've had tonight. Also a good chance for Louisville to pause here after Texas has 2 quick points in set number 3. Does it hit Fleck?
There's a lines person right behind her. I definitely didn't see one on the block, maybe Fleck. But it has to be definitive to overturn it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for them to overturn this.
And you wonder if it catches her right hand as it sails by, and that line judge where they're positioned can't see through her. So it would be hard for them to make that call in the moment.
That's a good point, Katie.
We'll see what the call is. They do see a touch on this, so this will be Louisville point, and Louisville will keep its 2 challenges. Both teams with 2 challenges remaining. And a touch, they did see it on the libero. They did see it on Zoe Fleck when they went and looked at the monitor. Early swings from Molly Phillips here in set 3.
I talked earlier about avoiding Zoe Fleck and serve receive. Emma Halter is crushing it. She is passing so well. So you have to avoid those 2. Maybe serve some short balls. Maybe serve Logan Eggleston when she's in the front row. Make her take a piece of the court.
Kaylee Akana's serve hits the tape and falls on the Texas side. Here's Aiko Jones, 5 kills for her today, 385 hitting percentage. Amaya Tillman says, "Don't challenge me."
Amaya Tillman, one of the best defensive blockers at the net. She is ready to battle on this one. Sage brings it. But Tillman all over it for Louisville.
Absolutely love that angle from our crew. Louisville, its first lead in the match since it was 3-2 in the first set. Eggleston had to tip that with her left hand. In comes Chasse. Sage back to Eggleston. Lothrow on the move to Chasse, the up from Fleck. And Asia O'Neal behind the setter.
Texas jam, and that's where Dan Meske had a big blue piece of tape today at practice saying this is where they throw the ball down. We need to take it away from them. That cannot drop.
Tillman on the slide. Eggleston back row. Wow.
In transition, Logan Eggleston cross body at that right back defender for Louisville. 2 big blockers taking away her wrist away.
That's what makes her so good. You can never lose sight of her. You can never lose track of her no matter where she is on the court.
Service errors, that serve sails on Eggleston. Coming into this set tonight, Texas was hitting 400 out of the back row.
Incredible. I think Louisville was hitting 250. They're very effective out of the back row, but 400 is a really high number.
Skinner. Lothrow uses the back row too, but Chaussee had to roll it. Skinner a little more heat behind that.
Texas hitters moving the location of attack. That time Maddie Skinner comes way inside, opening things up offensively at the net.
Look at the kills for Texas. Maddie Skinner with 6, Asia O'Neal with 6, Molly Phillips with 6, Eggleston with 15.
The balance, except for the Logan Eggleston part.
Amaya Tillman, there's some fire behind that swing.
She's the team hype player, brings the energy. Watch her go off 1 foot wide and brings it sharp cross court in that corner.
Good response from Louisville so far here in set number 3 after they dropped set 2, 25-14 to Texas. Anna DeBeer wanted all of it.
Louisville is starting to look like the team that we saw in the semifinals. Really nice response. Anna DeBeer solo block. PK a little bit late to help, and DeBeer takes care of business.
And Texas out of rotation.
You do not see that called very often. Jared Elliott sprints over to argue this call.
He's going to send Logan, who is the floor captain, over to talk to the up official. The floor captain, the only player in person that can approach the up official. This is not something you can challenge.
Exactly.
Fleck with the bump set to Skinner. Lothrow using the back row attack with Chaussee. Madison Skinner ricocheting off that defense, and Maddie Skinner has kill number 7.
I love the way she got her feet to that ball to attack at high contact point. Gives her a lot of range to put it away.
That's 11 service errors now for the Longhorns. Raquel Lothrow, the transfer from USC. Sage Shamali Phillips, who swings on the left side in this rotation. Aiko Jones dug by Sage. Eggleston with the hand set to Skinner. DeBeer taking the ball from behind her. Aiko Jones dug by Eggleston. Free ball to Louisville. They've got to kill this. And they will with Anna DeBeer.
What a rally. Incredible backcourt defense, and this is the first time we're finally watching Louisville look like Louisville. Good block touches, good digs, and Anna DeBeer with the exclamation point. This is the best push and response we've seen from the Cardinals all night. It'll be curious to see, does Texas start to tighten up, or do they weather the storm?
It was touched, killed by Skinner.
Really fast, quick set behind the setter to Skinner, and she's just so tough to stop. So many weapons in the front row for Texas.
Madison Skinner, a third-team All-American selection this season. in her first year with the Longhorns. Lothrow, the bump set to DeBeer, rejected by Phillips. Take two. No!
Molly Phillips has been staying at the end of practice, getting those reps, setting up in front of the hitter, and make sure she's disciplined with her press over the net, and it pays off right there for Texas.
Jarrett Elliott told us today, Molly Phillips is super competitive, especially in a tough match. Iko Jones swinging in the middle of the floor. DeBeer does get that touch.
That time Anna DeBeer attacks that seam, getting a little piece.
Couple of kills in this set for Anna DeBeer. She has 7 on the match. Tolling the block with authority, give her 16 kills.
Fantastic use of the block. She's got a wall in front of her, but getting creative going off that outside hand.
Jones. The Texas block.
I love the way Asia O'Neal is patrolling the net for Texas. She is so good laterally, and look at her finish that block back into the court, making sure to get her hips around, and the press is there defensively. She's doing a really nice job.
She's not only physical, she's just got incredible closeout speed, being able to get there in time to seal up that seam.
Can you believe, too, that it's been almost 3 years since she had open heart surgery? It was January of 2020. She had the second open heart surgery of her life, and she has benefited actually from that. That procedure really helped her endurance and what she's been able to do, and here she is since then playing in her second national championship match. O'Neal with the throwdown. Just say!
The story right now is the defense of Louisville. Their coach inspired them to pick some balls up, pick up the pace, and play their style of volleyball, and it is paying off right now. Claire Chassé chops it down the line for the kill after the dig.
Louisville had this mindset going into the 5th set against Pitt. Danny Busboom-Kelly said, we talked, we're not going to lose. We're going to out-team Pitt, and they did that. They all came together and had a dominant performance in the 5th set, 15-2.
When we talk about the culture on Texas, same thing's happening on the other side of the net. This is a group of Louisville players who loves one another. They put in the work together, and they want a great showing tonight.
Yeah, a couple of voices in that huddle when they needed them, Amaya Tillman and Anna DeBeer.
Lothrow, a back row player right now, called for violation.
That ties it here in set number 3, a must-win set for Louisville, a win for Texas, and they get a title. Lothrow and Tillman in the middle. Fleck will bump set Eggleston. Touch!
That second contact by Zoe Fleck, the first one by her, setting up Logan Eggleston in transition. Really nice location. Logan Eggleston likes it a little inside, so she can go flat or back to the line.
First lead for the Longhorns since it was 5-4 in this set. Texas on a 3-0 run. Iko Jones will get the call. She answered.
Iko Jones out of Jamaica. She's so physical. She matches up very well with that Texas block.
Learned the game playing outside with her parents. They would have friends over and play on the grass, and she never thought, hey, I'm going to be a Division I volleyball player playing for a national championship. It was just for fun with her family. That is is just so good for Asia O'Neal. Dad loves it.
The slide queen in the house, number 7 in white, Asia O'Neal. She is putting on a clinic both offensively and defensively. Look at the elevation.
I feel like that connection struggled a little bit last week at the regional and maybe some in that semifinal, but not tonight.
I agree, but I think when she was struggling offensively, she turned it up defensively.
Yeah, kudos to her for not letting it affect the rest of her game. Raquel Lázaro, sneaky, sneaky.
It happened earlier against Louisville, but if you're Texas, you need to know the setter is in the front row, and a blocker needs to have her hands up, ready to go. Maddie Skinner taking a step out to try and defend Tillman on that slide.
And a perfect pass from Alexa Hendricks right on the dime, allowing Lázaro to go up and take it if she wanted it.
Now this core of Louisville DS is so solid. So is Texas's. Here comes DeBeer.
Anna DeBeer's being relentless, attacking that outside hitter of SKT, the blocker on the right pin for Texas.
Louisville the first to 15. What a tight third set in our national championship match here in Omaha. This is the Louisville we're used to seeing. They've turned it around here in set number 3 in the national championship. Anna DeBeer with 8 kills. 3 of those have been so timely here in this third set.
Yeah, Louisville right now is playing inspired defense. That's what they do best when they play their best, both at the net and behind, and it's paying off. Anna DeBeer knows how to end a rally.
Anna DeBeer, a Louisville native. You know that she wants to help this Cardinals program make history tonight. They've never won an NCAA title. And it's going to be Louisville out of rotation. You know, watching Anna DeBeer, she is that feisty player. And maybe didn't expect to start her career and go to play at Louisville, but she watched the Cardinals growing up. Look at baby Anna DeBeer.
She looks the same,
yeah.
A little bit bigger. Oh my gosh.
And look at her with these teammates here. Roxanne McVeigh on the left, my maid of honor, by the way. Maya McClendon in the middle, and Tess Clark, a great All-American middle blocker for the Cards. Same photo, it looks like, from Anna DeBeer, by the way.
Yeah.
It's incredible. She grew up a Louisville fan in here, competing, representing Louisville at the highest level on the biggest stage.
And she told us, look, I didn't originally think I would stay at home and play, but Danny convinced me that maybe it would be really cool to play for the hometown team. They're still talking about this outer rotation call on Louisville. Again, not something you can challenge.
Well, it's rare when you're serving that there's some sort of overlap. Usually you see an overlap in serve receive.
Danny Busman-Kelly was issued a yellow card, delaying the game. Maddie Skinner comes out and gets the block, 8th block for Texas.
Maddie Skinner all over this play. Look at her get outside and then the press to finish it back into the court for the Texas Roof.
Three blocks in this set for Texas. Scott steps in to take the pass. Tillman on the slide. Look at that.
How about the confidence from Raquel Lázaro, 22 in red, going right back at Amaya Tillman, even though she got stopped, and Tillman gets it around the block, down the line for the kill.
Thought she was about to chest bump her teammate out of the gym. Energy behind Amaya Tillman.
Texas has been insistent often tonight, and that's why their hitting numbers are so good. They are hitting .422 on the match right now.
Maddie Skinner with 9 kills for Texas. Sage Kahaina-Torres serving. Chassé dug by Eggleston. That was pretty. Phillips. Chaussee giving it second life. Free ball to Texas. Skinner. Crushed it.
Louisville made some good defensive plays, but they're behind the point the whole time. They're chasing, trying to stay alive, and Texas is on the hunt. Look at this offensive threat, Maddie Skinner. Big exclamation point there.
Maddie Skinner now the second player for Texas in double figures. She has 10. Logan Eggleston leading the Longhorns with 17. 10 of those came in the opening set. How have you seen Texas weather the storm here in set 3? Because Louisville came out with some momentum.
They certainly did, but it's this staying in system, in serve receive. Louisville has not been able to get them off the net, and all the hitters are putting up good numbers, and so it puts so much pressure on Louisville to stop them.
Texas also has 8 blocks, so their offense working hard, hitting .430, and then their defense working with those 8 blocks. Jarrett Elliott told us we've got to play a clean match in order to beat this Louisville team.
And they have so far. Really good in serve receive, putting up good offensive numbers. They're 100 points over their season average.
Texas has also done an incredible job just siding out. Anytime that Louisville seems to get some momentum with a massive kill or a good block, Texas responds and sides out efficiently.
I want to let you know the FCS Football National Championship game will be Sunday, January 8th at 2 p.m. Eastern on ABC between North Dakota State and South Dakota State. For more information on the FCS Football Championship, log on to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. Largest lead for Texas in this set. A Texas win here, and they're hoisting the trophy, looking for their 3rd NCAA championship. Louisville trying to get its first. Great dig by Fleck. Dumped over by Lothero. Fleck was waiting. Elena Scott will set to Beer. Phillips off hands. Lothero in the middle to Kong, and she's stopped!
Louisville had some opportunities. Lothero throws it in the middle. What a dig by Fleck. And then Skinner coming in and helping Kathy in the middle for the block.
Maddie Skinner's already hitting .556 in this set, and now she has 3 blocks for the match. Eggleston is there. She got it in! Texas the first to 20. They've scored 4 straight points.
Texas is playing their best volleyball. They met with a mindset coach last night, and you see the love in that they're all on the same wavelength, and you can tell they're playing with love for one another.
And Texas 5 points away from a national championship.
Maddie Skinner absolutely loves playing in this building, and she's proving it to us again tonight after what was a great performance on Thursday. And what did Jarrett Elliott tell his team earlier at practice? He said, you have yet to play your best match. You have yet to play the most complete match that you can. Make that night happen.
Pretty strong start for Texas. They want to win it for their team. They want to win it for their head coach, Jarrett Elliott. It's been 10 years since Texas won a national championship. That was back in 2012. They also won an NCAA title in 1988. Their AIAW title came in 1981. But Jarrett told us before the match, I want this one more than any of them for this group.
He does. It's a special group. He loves coming to work every day because of the culture and these athletes who want to work hard to be the best they can be.
You see how Texas has fared in the national championship match. Trying to turn the tables here. Louisville led 12-10 in this 3rd set. Since then, Texas has outscored them 10-4. Aiko Jones. Yes, she still just has one attacking error tonight.
Raquel Lothero goes backcourt to Aiko Jones on the right side. Trying to get things going for Louisville. Attacking away from Fleck in between she and Skinner, making it hard for Fleck to cut that ball off.
And Texas is going to take a timeout. Raquel Lothero with the ace. Four aces for Louisville, 4 aces for Texas.
Jared Elliott wants to make sure they do not let Louisville go on a run, slow things down. You know, the end could possibly be close for Texas, but he wants to make sure they're in the moment every point till the end.
Yeah, that's what Zoe Fleck talked to us about. When we struggle, we're not in the present. And she's one of the big factors that helps remind them to do that.
She's a great leader. And if you watch her on the court, she connects with everyone around her, making sure that she knows, or they know, she's got their back.
Looking at this Louisville team, we were talking to Aiko Jones yesterday, and she said last year it was the first time ever they made the national semifinal. They were undefeated at the time. There was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of new for this team. Well, guess what? They're experienced on this stage now. It's a different feel, so they're not going to panic.
I agree. Louisville was here last year and learned a lot. They're way more comfortable. When we talked to Danny Busboom-Kelly, she said, oh my gosh, we're so much more comfortable this year than last. We had some losses, so we know what that feels like. We don't want to feel it again.
Louisville has to catch up quickly. A win for Texas in this set. They take home the title. Raquel Lothero, fresh off the ace, stepping back to serve again. Just back row.
What a great run by Raquel Lothero. Aiko Jones comes underneath to dig this ball. Keeps it in the center of the court, and Lothero goes back behind on the bick. Catches Texas blockers off guard. Great run in a very high pressure situation.
A 3-0 run now for Louisville. Sage to Phillips, blocked. Skinner's turn. Tooling the block, Maddie Skinner.
Sage Kahaina-Torres knows just pushing that ball up towards the net, Skinner will elevate and find a way to put it away.
Madison Skinner with 12 kills. Lothero on the move. They'll set Aiko Jones in the middle of the court. Eggleston, too long down the line.
Here comes Louisville.
Louisville with no timeouts. Texas has one. Anna DeBeer, one of their top servers, is back. That one dropped, but Fleck got underneath. DeBeer will do the same. Aiko Jones coming. Eggleston. Claire Chaussee going off speed.
Molly Phillips attacking cross court, going off the block, out of bounds.
And I'm not sure it hit the block. I thought watching it live, it might have hit the tape and bounced out. Danny Busboom-Kelly is going to challenge this.
PK is so high above the net, it looks like it might have got a piece of her elbow.
The original call was it was touched by the Louisville block and then went out of bounds, point Texas.
I thought there was a touch.
Yeah, maybe up here.
Does it graze the shoulder of Molly Phillips? And then does it hit the line? Those are two things that our down official will be looking at.
And they can look at all of those on this because it is the terminal play of the rally.
Watch PK, the middle blocker for Louisville.
Yeah, did it hit Molly Phillips' shoulder too? I see what you're talking about, Katie.
It happened right in front of us. I didn't see it hit Molly Phillips.
And what about this ball dropping out? That's a great look.
I did not see the ball change rotation.
The next question is, did the ball drop out?
Yes.
I believe you're usually right.
Thank you.
Because this is the terminating play of the rally, they can look at all of those things. The touch call, in, out. If that grabs a piece of the line, it's in.
It certainly is a lot closer than I remember it the first time around.
I think that might grab a piece of that white line. So they saw a touch on the shoulder of Molly Phillips, point to Louisville. Tied up at 21.
This is getting interesting.
A 5-1 run for Louisville ties it in a must-win set for the Cards. Phillips will get the swing. Lothero hustling, sets it with one hand to Kong. Back over, great hustle, no! Point Louisville, they have the lead!
What an incredible change of momentum, and Louisville is making it happen with their defense. Fleck gets under that, but Eggleston can't get it over.
Anna DeBeer's family watching on as she serves Louisville back into this. Caffey in the middle. Eggleston turns.
Louisville able to dig it just too tight, and then Eggleston cleans things up at the net.
A race to 25 points. You have to win by 2. Down the line. Here comes Chaussee. Louisville in front, 23-22.
Wow, Texas was successful getting Louisville out of system, but Chaussee able to swing out of trouble.
And that point goes to Anna DeBeer on the run. A great bump set to her teammate on the outside pin.
Eggleston. There's DeBeer, gets it to Lothero. She'll take the swing. Down! Set point Louisville!
Anna DeBeer is one of the most intense competitors I have ever seen, and she is making plays for Louisville.
Look at the crowd, you guys. You would think that they are all here for Louisville, and that is a testament to Nebraska fans supporting Dani Busboom-Kelly in her hometown state.
You got to know they're loving what Anna DeBeer has done, whether it's setting, serving, digging, getting a kill. This woman can do everything.
She certainly can work in the outside block, even out of system. She's been able to score. Big block on that left pin. She scores when she's on that back line with a tough serve. And watch her back row attack, getting through the net.
Dani Busboom-Kelly says, if you have to have it, when you need it most, you go to Anna DeBeer because she delivers. She is that kind of competitor, no fear.
That's why it was so important for her to get back playing 6 rotations. It was the regional semifinal against Baylor. We saw her for the first time really step into full-time 6 rotations because remember, she missed 12 matches with a knee injury.
And she did not miss a beat. She came back in the regional semifinals, led the team in kills and the finals as well. We've seen some huge performances from her when the game is on the line.
She was the MVP of the Louisville Regional. DeBeer here in the third, hitting .300 with 6 digs. Nebraska fans cheering on the Louisville Cardinals, and there's a watch party too back in Louisville. At 1020 Craft Brewery, they're watching the Cardinals here in a must-win set. It's an 8-2 Louisville run since the Cards were down 20-16 in this set. Asia O'Neal wanted it.
Emma Halter is passing the ball extremely well for Texas, and that allows Asia O'Neal to get involved with the offense. That looked like a slam dunk.
Learned it from Dad. This will be set point number 2 for Louisville. Chaussee with the out-of-system swing. It's long, no touch.
Texas is putting so much pressure on Louisville, just getting tweaks in the pass, and that's putting a lot of pressure on Chaussee to hit balls out of system.
Louisville is going to challenge this. They will look for a touch. Remember, Louisville does not have a timeout. So they use a challenge here. The original call, no touch on the swing by Claire Chaussee, and that the ball was out.
Watch O'Neal's hands. That goes deep to the corner. No touch at the net, in my opinion.
Look for any finger movement as this ball goes by. See a touch?
I do not.
I don't either, no. Have another baseline look for you.
Looks like it misses Asia O'Neal's left hand. Even if Louisville does not win this challenge, this is a good time for them to gather as a group and focus on what they need to do. They need to pass and stay in system to get the ball back.
Watch the fingers of Asia O'Neal. No touch on it. The point will stay with Texas. We're tied for the 14th time. You have to win by 2. Louisville trying to force a 4th set. Texas trying to win a title.
Louisville has 3 hitters in the front row and 1 in the back row. They just need to pass.
Free ball back to Louisville. Lothero choosing Aiko Jones. She's blocked. Still going. Tillman. Sage to Eggleston. Net violation, Louisville. Championship point, Texas.
Louisville passed the ball well on that last play. Can they do it again? Stay in system.
Worth a 10-year wait. Texas, the 2022 national champion. Jarrett Elliott told us he wanted this one more than any others because of the women on this team.
And they played their best volleyball of the season on the biggest stage they could.
Coach Elliott is with Katie.
Thanks, Courtney. Coach Elliott, congratulations. You said you wanted this one more than the others because of who you have on this team. What makes them so special?
It's gonna make me cry. They've just been so great all year long. We've had not one problem. 1 through 18, everybody's given to be a part of this program to try to win. You know many times you don't get that in life very much. Your kids do it the right way, and they learn the life lesson of being good people, and it was awesome for this year.
It was 24-22. Momentum was on Louisville's side. The fans clearly were rooting for one team. What did you think of the resiliency of your team to fight back to finish it in 3?
Amazing. I told them that we're going to side out, and we're going to go win this game, and they just have a lot of confidence, and the way that Kayla hit that last serve was amazing.
What does it mean for you to watch Logan Eggleston, who has given so much to your program over the last 5 years, check that final box?
She bookends it, baby. What a career that she's had, and so proud of her.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Logan Eggleston graduated high school 3 years early to be a Texas Longhorn. She's a 5-time All-American. She's the National Player of the Year, and now she's a national champion.
Incredible. It's an incredible end to her story as a Texas Longhorn. She leaves the program in a better position than when she came, and that was the goal.
A big part of this championship season for Texas was a culture change. Eggleston was a big part of that. But these women came together and righted the ship.
It's important, 1 to 18, everybody knew their role and worked together towards this dream.
The National Player of the Year, the national champion, Logan Eggleston, is with Katie.
She's got some hugging to do, I think.
Oh, God, I'm so happy for you, dude. Oh,
Yes, all right.
Logan,
Thank you.
you've got a resume that is ultra long, but this was the one that you wanted. How does it feel to accomplish it in your last match as a Longhorn?
It feels amazing. This is what I've dreamed of since I was a little kid, and this is the group of people I wanted to do it with, so I'm just beyond happy right now. I really don't even have words. I'm just so happy that this is the end of my career. Like, this is exactly what I wanted it to look like.
Why was this group able to do it?
Because we're a family. Like, we've all committed to being here for each other every single day. We've sacrificed so much, and so to come out on top, it just means so much. They've done all the work to get here, and it paid off.
Congratulations. It's been a pleasure to cover your career.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Asia O'Neal has been a long part of this Texas program. So many veterans, but to do it with 11 new players, what a statement.
It's a big challenge, right, to mesh 11 new players with the players who you already have, but it works seamlessly because of the culture that Logan Eggleston and some of the other players work to create.